hearing all about the park ranger lifestyle from a woman who has seen it all.
Yeah, like Cody took his caravan out to Auburn this morning where he's taking a hike with an author and former park ranger. And Cody, the stories just seem to continue.
Ooh, that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, they're so good. The stories in this book are so good. I know, isn't this beautiful?
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Do you ever get numb to the beauty of California?
No, I appreciate it every single day. In fact, I love walking in this canyon. I can walk to it from my house.
Nice.
Now I'm getting jealous. Our friendship is waning now. I'm just getting jealous. Okay, so we teased earlier about the picnic table incident. The picnic table incident. Are you ready?
Stolen picnic table. Yes. That's from my first book, which was called Trip Tales from Family Camping to Life as a Ranger. And it's about my early days camping and picnicking with my family as a kid, and then becoming inspired to become a national park ranger. So the stolen picnic table story is, we would go picnicking on a weekend, and my dad would get frustrated because by the time we got to the picnic site, when you're dragging 3 kids in tow, all the picnic tables were always gone. And he didn't like sitting on a blanket on the ground. So he said, I'm going to get our own picnic table. So he buys a redwood picnic table with 2 bench seats, loads it up in the back of the truck. The next week we go to this beautiful beach in San Mateo, just south of San Francisco, set up this picnic table on this gorgeous bluff looking out over the beach. Have a wonderful lunch, enjoying the oceanic view, and then it's time to go play on the beach. Well, the problem there is the people who had arrived after us don't know that it's our picnic table. They think it's a park picnic table. And so they start waiting in line to use it. And they start running up the hill to see who can get to it first, this whole group of people, because it's in the most ideal location. And my father's like, no, it's our table. And they're like, give it up, buddy. You've already had it for over an hour. We've been waiting. Give someone else a chance. So that turned into a crazy situation. A ranger was called to the scene. My father takes the picnic table, puts it back in the truck. The ranger can't be sure if a crime has been committed or not. And we race out of the parking lot at 40 miles an hour, leaving that poor park ranger in a cloud of dust.
You're such a good storyteller. Okay, in the first book that you were just talking about, where that story is, there's also the story of how you became a park ranger because you had a magical thing happen to you when you were real young, and it inspired you to become a park ranger.
Yes, that took place at Olympic National Park. We were camping in the rainforest at Olympic National Park, and there was this park ranger that I was mesmerized by. I mean, every word he said, people hung on his every word. And so we're following him around on this talk, and I'm thinking, this guy has park ranger charisma. And in that moment, I realized I was only like 15, 16 years old. And I said, this is what I want to do. I want to become a park ranger. And later that evening, I went walking through the rainforest, and I didn't even know what I was looking for. But then I came upon this beautiful forest pond, a rainwater pond, clear, crystal clear and deep. And I just sat next to it. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, but I just sat still. And like, whoever sits still for more than a couple of minutes.
Exactly.
We all race through life at the speed of life, at the speed of light.
Figured it out at age 15.
Yeah, and so when you sit still for a little bit, that's when you really notice things. And so after about 20 minutes, it seemed like the whole world came alive around me. Suddenly a mother duck and 8 baby ducklings swam by, and then there was a river otter that swam by, and then some elk came out from out of nowhere between the trees. Birds are fluttering overhead. I'm like, where did all these creatures come from? And then a beaver swims by as the sunlight is setting on this rainforest pond, and I'm like, this place is magical. So I wrote the story. It's called The Magic Pond.
The Magic Pond.
And that is the one that people love the most. That and the stolen picnic table.
I love your stories. I love your stories. More stories from Ranger Rose coming up as we continue our hike this morning. She is such a good storyteller. I'm telling you, and a great writer. You are a great writer. You're so good, so good. Back to you guys in the stupid old studio as we're out here enjoying the most beautiful place on earth.
It is the stupid old studio.